Alright, cool. Hey y'all, what's up? How's it going? Oh, let's see. Sorry, gents, I'm a little behind schedule. Got that. Alright, boom, we're all set. Oh, man. It's Tuesday, y'all. That's all I can say about the day so far. It's Tuesday. Anywho, hope everybody's staying safe out there and all that fun stuff. Figured out fire up X plane for a little short hop. I was going to go to Milwaukee, but I don't know. It's my evenings during the week tend to be kind of short, so I figured we'd do something a little smaller in distance there, a little shorter. Not much shorter, but I figured we'd head over to Nashville. That'd be the trip today. Sorry guys, just getting all this together. So yeah, Nashville Airport. We're at Gate 6 at Dallas Love Field. And we will be on VATSIM here shortly, although there's no one on. There's nobody on today, but it's just been that way for a little while now. Let's see if we can answer. Is not available. Please select a different one while we're on maintenance services. Okay, gotcha. Oh, while I'm in here, I need to change my Alright, that's good. That's set there. Alright, let's save and close that. Alright, you're all working on the e-server as well? Nope. Yes, we're in. Alright, sweet. So, yeah, 737-300 Classic. Bringing it old school today. Oh, old school-ish. I don't know. Still not as... Hey, what's going on, Global? How's it going, my friend? How's it going? Man, it's been so long since I've been in X-Plane, I've forgotten all my commands. Hold on. Watch some Southwest Florida house shortly. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna swing by here and buzz you in a minute. Oh man, I forgot. Yeah, I upgraded or updated, so all of my custom little key shortcuts are gone. So I mean, get myself oriented here. All right, that's about right. Okay, cool. Let's save this in at least. Oh man, so yeah, this thing's old, man. I think There's actually one of these in the museum at Love Field. Those of you who are in the neighborhood and want to check out some coolness, they literally got a whole 737 dash, or is it a 5? I don't know why I'm thinking a 5. I think it's a 3 though, on display there. So just FYI. All right, so the route today looks like we're doing south ops, I think. So 13 right, Lindry 4. Let me bring all this up here so y'all can take a peek at it if it'll work. All right, there we go. Boom. All right. So, all right. So 13 right. We'll double check that though when we get the hiatus. Departing out if we are south ops, Lindry 5, loose to Memphis. And then Chesney 2, I wonder who they named that after. And to into Nashville. All right, let me minimize that. What? Okay, never mind. It's gone. Cool. Oh ho ho ho! I am rusty in this sim, y'all. I say I'm rusty. I don't know. I'll say I'm rusty. Alright, winds are out of the south though at 9, gusting 15. Visibility is 10. Sky condition scoured at 7, scoured at 10. Temperature 37 is about right. Dew point 18. And that's Celsius, by the way, 37 degrees Celsius, so that's freaking hot. 2989. Alright. 2989. Alright, so what I am going to do, pre-flight, no, I don't want to do that because it completely resets everything. I don't know why they have that programmed that way, but that's how they got it. Alright, let's get our weight and balance out of the way real quick. Once again, you know, my apologies. We should have been up a while ago, but my apologies. All right, so to load out today, so we'll be setting up for 102,000 on the zero fuel weight. We'll bring that sucker up here, bring her all the way up to 102,000.6. All right, block fuel, we'll be blocking at 16.2, 16,000 pounds. Clear plastic. All right, and yeah, we're gonna instantly load that. I don't have time for that. What do you think about the new sim? Oh man, yeah, you know we're gonna get into that. Yeah, we're going to get into that, my friend. It was almost the point of this whole stream without streaming 2020, but I'm impressed. I mean, there's some things, you know, there's some things that need to be worked on. And granted, y'all, it's with every sim. Every sim that's been released, you know, has came out of the box with some problems. I mean, I don't know why folks are acting like that's not the case. I don't know why people are getting amnesia, but yeah, I don't think, you know, I don't know if, you know, a lot of you guys remember the dreaded release of Flight Sim 10 2006. But yeah, that was a fiasco. Yeah, man, all the default aircraft have problems. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think the thing that I was most excited about was the platform. You know, we have a new platform to work with. The developers and third party has a new platform to work with. I can give a crap less about the default aircraft. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, even like, especially like when 2000 back in 2006 when 2020 dropped. Not 2020 dropped. Flight Sim 10 dropped. FXX dropped. I think might have loaded up. Man, what's going on, Mike? I think I might have loaded up the default 172 like twice, and that was to load up something else. So, yeah, I mean, I really didn't have a whole lot of hopes for it. Now, I will say, Global, yeah, you're right. The A320 needs some work, but I've been sort of impressed with the GAs. A lot of the GA aircraft are pretty decent. There's some quirks here and there, but they're a little better than the airliners. I'll put it to you that way. Work is an understatement. Yeah, man, they need some work, but like I said, I think I was most excited for the platform. I think it's something that we haven't seen before. Yeah, the VFR aircraft, they're done pretty good. Yeah, they're at least flyable, man. They're at least flyable. But yeah, I agree with you. I loaded up that 320, and I mean, you can ask Michael, who's on the chat. I loaded it up, man, and I couldn't even finish a flight with it. It frustrated me so. But I don't know, y'all. It just seems like, to me, this particular release, they pushed out so many freaking default airplanes. I mean, that's cool, guys, but if you're not going to at least provide a decent experience with each and every one, you might as well not even worry about it. You might as well do one airliner, maybe two general aviation aircraft or something, call it slick. I mean, why overextend yourself to a point to where everything seems half done? I mean, that's how I feel like when I load up a lot of those airliners, they all feel half done. It's like, man, this is great, but why isn't this here? Or, this is awesome, but why isn't that there? That's the feeling I get. Even some of the general aviation aircraft, while they fly, a little better, but there's still some things that need to be addressed. So, and yeah, y'all, the turboprop model is nowhere near what it needs to be, but neither was P3D, neither was X-Plane, neither was any of those until, third party went in there and worked their magic on it. So, I mean, let's just get that out of the way, right? Now the TBM, as far as like the visual appeal and things like all that's just beautiful, beautiful. Spend a handful of it and call it a day. Yeah. I'm right there with you. I'm talking y'all and programming FMC at the same time. I'm right there with you. Do a few aircraft. Get give us something to wear our whistles a little bit until we get some third party in. Then look at if the project's looking good, maybe add another airplane. But did you buy the PMDG? Yes, sir, I sure did. So what I did, I bought the PMDG 737 series way back when I think it was like last year, they were offering some special promotion or something like that. So when PMDG does release it for 2020, then I think you can buy it at like a discounted rate or something, which is cool. So that's what I did. I see they just released a cargo version, another cargo version of the 737NG series here recently. I haven't tried it personally. I don't know, that one there doesn't really enthuse me as much, but those guys, I don't think have you guys seen some of the 3D renders for their model in 2020, but it looks pretty good. But they're not expecting to have anything resemblance of a alpha or beta until late Q4 this year, or hopefully first part of next year. So we'll see how all that goes. I know Fly the Mad Dog X, the MD-88 is coming to 2020 at some point. Let's see what else is coming. I did hear when those of you who are looking for a good RJ, Aerosoft is working on bringing the CRJ 700 550, 700, 900, and 1000 to 2020. But as far as time frame, guys, don't hold your breath. It's going to be a while until, I mean, we're, from what I've read in terms of, you know, high level view of, from a development standpoint, there's some things that are relatively the same. There are some things that are different, like the flight dynamics, I think, are similar in terms of how FXX handled it. Yeah, it was like way back in FXX days. But got to go very late here in Germany. Oh, man, yeah, get you some rest, bud, and we'll finish up this flight, and it'll be recorded for you, and we'll see you next time, man. You take care of yourself, bud. Oh, man. Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, I was thinking about doing this one a little later, like doing the stream a little later. But I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and get one in there. So we'll get this guy all programmed up here. All right, so 16.2. Let me I do need to double check OBS. What's OBS doing? All right, cool. All right. So we head down here for a minute, y'all. So 16.2. Zero fuel weight is what would we say? 102.6. Reserves 2.6 on the reserves with a cost index of, drum roll please, 35. And let's see, what's that cruising up to? 350. So we'll dial 350 in there. And where are the winds? 222 at 60. I forgot. Yeah, we got some weather down there in the southeast as well. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Execute that. Let's see here. D-rated, normal climb. We won't do an sim temp takeoff. We'll kind of, is APU on? Or yeah, APU's on. Oh, sweet. So everything's pretty much set. All right, cool. Cool. All right, so that's done. A lot of that we'll finish up here once we get airborne. Dabble in the prog page. It looks about right. 500 something miles there. All right. Oh, no, about y'all. I'm about ready to go. Let me get on. So there's no ATC right now. So we'll dive over here to 122.8. 22.8. Let's get that in there. Boom. All right, that's in there. We'll throw some in here just for the sake of getting some in there. All right, we're squawking mode C. Oh, before I forget, which I'll forget, 4.2 on the trim. Yeah. All right, cool. 4.2. All right, y'all. We'll clear ourselves up to 100 initially. And we'll figure out the rest from there. All right, 45 B2, set that dude up. Yeah, all of my views got all discombobulated. Let's do that. All right, so packs are all set. All that's set. Seatbelt signs on, position lights on, any collision lights on. All right, so we're taking 1-3 right. Okay. Still nothing for traffic. Got a little traffic in the area. It's not too bad though let's see. On the VATSIM traffic there, so we should be good to go. All right. That's the Optimechanics being. Oh yeah, man. We'll see you in a bit, bud. We'll see you in a bit. Go ahead and get this one in the air here. All right. Let's double check, make sure we're clear. in the rear, and we'll call for a pushback. All right, and we need to delete that segment because we're going to be taking one through right. All right. Oh, okay. Whew, that works. And do a quicker radio check here, make sure. Okay, cool. All right, and let's go make a call. Let them know we're pushing back, I guess. Love Trapper Southwest 1421, gate 6, Love Field, pushing back. I'll be taking runway 13 right for departure to the northeast. Love traffic. All right, now that's cool. All right. Oh, man. Is Doug on his way, or we're just kind of, what's going on here? Or did I do something? I may have done something, y'all. Let me double check here, make sure. Oh, so apparently I didn't confirm it. Told you guys, it's been a while. Told y'all it's been a while. Alright, now it's on its way. Cool. Now it's on its way. So this 737 just picked up an update from IXEG, that's India X-Ray Echo Golf development group. So apparently they fixed a few issues, a few quirks here and there. So we'll see how we do here on this trip. All right. Yeah, it's been a while. Check my map. All right, so push back. And then.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
See, some toolkits are laggy here lately. I don't know what's going on. Real laggy. Okay. All right. Still kind of. There we go. Suck cheese.
So connected and bypass pin inserted.
All right. Alright, let's start this thing up. So isolation valve open, right pack off. Bleed air pressure is available. And we'll come off the right ignition today. And we'll set this dude to ground. Wait for that start valve to open up. There's that in too. And we'll hold it off for my 18% to be fine. 18, 19%. Wait for 19. Alright, there we go. Bring in that fuel. There's EGT. Just watching that guy there. Keep our mouse over it. Just in case we run into a hot start situation. I think we'll be fine though. I think with there's a start valve. Just went off there, so I believe we're good. We'll let this guy line out. We'll double check, make sure our right generator is putting out. Looks good. Go ahead and connect that guy there. Go ahead and fire up that left engine. Start valves open. And 2 is coming alive. Wait for, see what she's got. Once again, we'll do about 19%. 18%. 18%, we'll go ahead and send it. There we go. Beautiful. Once again, keep an eye on that EGT. Alrighty, sweet. This guy's coming up there. Everything looks good. Alright, so Gen 1, that's good there. Go ahead and connect that bad boy. And we'll go ahead and isolation valve auto bleeds off there off the APU. It's good. We'll go ahead and shut this guy off. I believe they've implemented the auto shutdown feature, I think. It'd be kind of interesting to see. Alright, everything else looks good. Go ahead and get this guy on. And cool, we're done. So go ahead, set the brake there. Finish up on overhead. Finish up our flow here. Galley power is on. Yaw damper. Alright, all that looks good. Cool. Alright, so we're pushed back here, so we'll take Quebec. Delta 2, Charlie 5, Lima, and out. Alright. Disconnect that. Oh man. Alright, cool. Alright, so one more thing, go ahead and get our flap set to 5 degrees, I think.
So is disconnected and VATSIM has been safe flight.
Alrighty then. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, move it or lose it, dude. Move it or lose it. Alright. Love traffic, Southwest 1421, taxiing 313 right via Quebec, Delta, Charlie 5, and then Lima. 13 right with departure to the northeast. Love traffic. Alright. Let's see here. We're on Bravo. Let's stop here real quick. Oh, we're all miscombobulated here. We need to make a left here, y'all. We need to make a left here. All right. Oh man, so yeah, I guess that brings me to my first gripe about, especially in the airliners in 20. I don't know what happened there, y'all, but even like the nose wheel steering, I mean, for the most part, it's all using your pedals. I don't think there is a capability of using the nose wheel. Now I see the selection there to set a key or an axis up for nose wheel steering. However, when you try to utilize the nose wheel steering, the nose wheel steering on the Airbus or the 787 or any of them, it's non-functional there. So I don't know. I'm thinking y'all just don't even worry about the default airliners. Now, here's some good news though. Here's some good news. I was really excited to hear about this. So, I mean, being the sim community and, so, there are a lot of simmers who were around back when we, just had FXX, things like that. So, a lot of, freelance developers have gotten really good at utilizing some ingenuity and working some stuff out. Same thing with X-Plane with Zebo. So there are already mods out there for there's Delta 3 for the A320. So that's the good news. So there is hope, y'all. Now I don't know how much better it makes it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's even a possibility to make it any better. I don't know the limitations of what one can do. in the sim. So, or all right, good. Make sure I'm going the right way. With the sim, so I don't know. I've downloaded it, but I haven't had the opportunity of trying it out. See if the modification, makes it a little more, realistic to operate. I mean, we're not going to sit here and get ourselves and say, close to study level by any stretch of imagination, but at least, pleasurable to fly. I mean, I think I can take that at this point. But I did see one for that, so that's cool. I also saw a modification on AVSIM forums that's available for the CJ as well. So that's another plus. So the citation will see a modification that you can install, and it slows the airplane up a bit and works on the fuel consumption a little bit. So it's a plus. That's a plus as well. And I mean, I think we're just gonna have to wait for stuff like that. I think now Asobo and Microsoft can probably come in and completely redo it, but just based off what they've done historically, I don't think Microsoft's going to do that. I think what we're going to get some DLC, right? They've already made that clear that made that very clear that we will be seeing some DLC at some point, whether it be aircraft or things like that. But I don't know if it's going to be an Asobo thing, if they're going to, or if they're going to employ a third party to do it, or what. That, my friends, remains to be seen. I think we'll go ahead and take this departure. All right, get that arm there. Oh, I forgot. Excuse me. Forgot. We can't arm VNav and LNav out of the gate in the Classic. Silly me. All right. Okay, finals clear, room is clear, clearance received. And make a call here. Level traffic Southwest 1421, departing runway 13 right, departure to the northeast. Level traffic. All right, carousel situated. And strobe light on, pressurization controller to flight. All right. All right, and take off. Takeoff power is set. Airspeed's alive. Alright, 100 knots there. Alright, airspeed 1. Rotate B2. Okay. Buzz rate, you're up. Seems like they made some changes there in the flight dynamics too. It's a little weird. Feels a lot heavier. Alright. Level traffic Southwest 1421, clear 13 right on the upwind, departure to the northeast. Last call, level traffic. Alright, more trim there. Alright, VNav, LNav. Okay, looking good here. Alright. Alright, landing gear lever off. And we'll start tracking these flaps here. Alright, flaps retracted. And I'll go ahead and bring in our outboards. And, well, don't want to do that, don't want to do that. There we go, continuous. Alright, and I like to climb out at 240 if I can help it. And it's, why are you not going to let me do that? You're not going to let me do that, really? Let's see. What if I got to enter the whole thing? There we go. Alright, so we're just going to assume we're cleared all the way up to 3.5, so we'll go ahead and burn our way up to 350. There we go. Sweet. Alright. Press get some traffic on here. TCAS should be. Oh, there we go. Traffic center map. Alright, so we're just flying the departure at the moment here at 7.2 all the way up to 360. Everything looks good. The cabin's climbing nicely. Alright, I think we're all set to go here. Holy cow. Alright. Model still looks really good as usual. Alright, we're at 10,000 there. And seatbelt signs. Auto. Letting that airspeed build up. So yeah, I mean, there are a lot of things. There are a lot of things that X-Plane, I think, does really well. So, you know, to answer some questions there, I don't think X-Plane is going anywhere on my hard drive. At least, you know, not for the time being. But at the same time, I mean, once you know, if we're comparing like scenery to scenery, I mean, there's 2020 is, in my opinion. I mean, just has it beat hands down. Has it beat hands down, but in terms of aircraft, and you know, we can say the same thing with P3D, right? You know, if we're comparing P3D to X-Plane 11, you know, I think if we're looking at the availability of high quality aircraft, you know, I think P3D has X-Plane beat. But, you know, it's just real hard to make that comparison with X-Plane 11 because, I mean, there's with X-Plane 11 or P3D versus, you know, the new simulator, because I mean there's not a whole lot of high fidelity I mean there isn't any high fidelity aircraft out for it yet, so it's really hard to make that distinction. But you know, I think as the sim matures and all that fun stuff, I think it'll be a little easier for us to you know make make fair comparisons. But I don't know, guys. I don't know. I mean, it has a long way to go. I mean, there's no point in there's no point in kidding ourselves about it. The sim has a long way to go, but as it stands now out of the box, it's really easy to kind of get lost in it, right? Now there are some performance issues with, I haven't had many problems with the new sim thus far, but I know a lot of people, that have, and it's going to be one of those things. I think as over time as they gather data, perhaps we'll start seeing more updates, and more optimizations for it. Because, once again, I think, every release that, I've seen has had performance issues. Version 5, Lord help us with P3D version 5, it had its share of performance problems. I mean, heck, when X-Plane released, it had some performance issues. So, it's just one of those things, we're just going to have to, just got to calm down, relax, enjoy it for what it is, or what you can, what joy you do get out of it, enjoy it for that. And we just got to kind of, hold our horses there until, we, see more updates and, see more aircraft and things like that. And, just go from there. And, despite, popular belief, I still think there's room for other sims. So, I mean, I don't think 2020 is not going to kill X-Plane 11. I don't think it's going to kill P3D, I mean, I know me personally, I'm probably I'm going to have access to all three, but there'll probably definitely be 2 on my hard drive, for sure. And, I mean, there's, we can also say it's safe to say that we're not going to see every aircraft out there, available for 2020, right? So that's when, keeping, P3D or X-Plane or whichever platform you have that has the most aircraft that you enjoy on, keeping that going from there. Keeping that and going from there. Oh man, so let's see here so far. I think we're looking pretty good here. I mean the aircraft itself, going to IXEG has had a long history. To me, other than Zebo, it's probably one of my most favorite in X-Plane. I hear that the A3 guys, I'm sorry, is it the A300 or A310? I'm not sure. Whichever one I build released, that guy. That's been out, that's been out for, a few weeks now, and people seem to be enjoying it. I don't think I'm going to get it. As much as I would love to have a cargo hauler, I think it's just a lot going on right now. So, in terms of new aircraft purchases for me, I think I'm going to wait. I think I'm going to hold off and see how everything, progresses with, the new platform and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about it. I don't think I've seen one person have a negative or overly critical thing to say about it. So that's always good. Yeah, VATSIM has just been dead in VATSIM here lately. I probably should have left the winglets off. I was not a huge fan of that right there. I don't know. In fact, I think we can take them off and not break anything. I say that, but now I should be able to jump out here and yay, no winglets. All right, cool. But yeah, I mean with school starting up and all that jazz, yeah, it's just not a lot going on in the VATSIM. Even on the weekends, I was watching the weekends. Like the weekends were like reminded me a lot of the weeknights, during the summer. And I'm looking now to see if there's any controllers available, and I don't see anything. So it's gonna be a quiet flight today, that's for sure. Frames are still good. I'm not one to really keep up frames, but it is nice to see Vulcan starting to stabilize. So that's it's nice to hear that Vulcan's finally starting to mature in sim. But I've been hearing talks of X-Plane 12 now, so we will see. We'll see what Laminar has to offer. Okay, 479. Cool. We'll climb out here and should pick up a decent ground speed once we're at 450 right now, so that's not too bad. So we got a little under an hour, y'all. I think. In fact, I think I can give you a more accurate guesstimate here. Yeah, about an hour and 3 minutes there. It's not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's see, y'all. Sorry, y'all. All right. There we go. Let's pop out here. Oh man, it's feels so alien now. Alien now. It's all right, y'all. My confession. I've literally been on 2020 for about, I don't know, about a week now, just solid, and it's a really fun experience. But lately, here's what I've been doing. Lately, when I want to, let's say if I want to fly a MD-88, I got P3D, so I'll jump on P3D and, run a flight in MD-80, or hey, I want to jump in a, 7.3 or something like that. I'll fire this puppy up and do that. But like as far as general aviation flying, I've been really, guys, and I hate to say this, I don't really, it's, it's what it is, right? But I've really been enjoying general aviation flying in 2020. It's a very unique experience, and the direction they're going with being maps, it's just unprecedented. And there's a lot of folks who, especially like, for example, if you on P3, if you're in P3D and you've had orthos and you're used to orthos, or if you're in X-Plane and you're used to those high quality orthos, it's difficult to make that transition. I don't think the texturing is as sharp, especially from high altitudes. Now it gets much better, in my opinion, as you get closer, but the way things look and the lighting, it feels much more natural to me. And I've told folks this, a time or two. Everyone's perception of different colors, everyone's perception of lighting, it's it varies. It varies a little bit. So what may look good to me may not look good to someone else, right? And I think that's a difficult trail to navigate. When you're developing a new platform that's supposed to be visually pleasing to the eye. I mean, it's very, very difficult to do. And I think for their first swing at it, I think they did a pretty good job. Now, there's definitely, work to be done. So apparently they have this, which I'm sure all of y'all have probably followed what this thing does. So apparently, text beam maps and the algorithm does this thing, AI does this thing, and it basically paints objects from there. I've seen where that process didn't come out the way one intended to, especially like intricate objects or landmarks. I've seen it where it didn't really just come out just right. So in that situation, that's when you would actually need, some sort of physical editing involved. And I think they mentioned that as well for the Space Needle in Seattle. I think they ended up having to do that, actually go in there, someone actually going in there and actually physically editing it to to get it to look accurate. And I mean, I get that. I get that. I think if we, I don't know, if just appreciating like what's been done, instead of just you loading up 18 disc or whatever of scenery that we've done, for the past 20 years. This thing is, it's living, right? It's constantly evolving. I think every 28 days or so, and that's groundbreaking. It's groundbreaking. And yeah, I mean, airplanes are trash, y'all. I mean, I don't know. Even watching some of the streams, like when they're streaming the A320. Or whatever, just looking at how it interacts in the air just feels it just looked off. So, even like I did not have much hopes for, for the default airplanes. I didn't really have much hope for the general aviation aircraft, to be honest with you. But I'm very pleased they've got it to a relatively decent point. I did a few stalls. The stalls seem to be okay in the 172. I tried to get to 172 and spin, and when the spin finally broke, it broke the wrong direction. So, but a lot of that's trivial. When you put in bit of flaps in 172, the tendency for the nose to come up to me isn't as pronounced, but that's just when I'm flying going 172, that's just what I feel. You get that very pronounced pitch up from the nose, but it's once again trivial. But I mean, all in all, I mean, it's still it still flies really well to me. Let's see here. The weather system seems to be okay. It could use a little tweaking, but it seems to be okay. I mean, once again, it's like, well, there's, you get a lot of criticisms about the weather, but anyway, once again, I don't think there's ever been a sim that's came out of the box with perfect weather, so I don't know. It's just one of those things to me, I was really, really excited to, see a new platform in the industry. Really, really excited. But there's some developers, even kind of seeing, looking at the different developers' reactions. There's some developers who, heck, let's do it, head first into it. And, there's some, all right, guys, we're still going to be supporting, X, Y, and Z, but we'll be kind of looking to kind of see, you can tell they're kind of just, playing the fence a little bit until they see how things pan out. Especially with performance, going back to that, it's just weird. You hear simmers having performance issues with really good setups. I mean, we're not talking about Chromebooks. We're talking about with 2080 Ti's, and they're talking about their getting ridiculous frame rates, you know, for I need to get to my cruise page. All right, so yeah, that's right. Not sure. Should have hit the top of climb by now, but that's weird. I don't know. But holy smokes, that's the first interaction there I got from traffic. Oh man. But yeah, well, I was watching some reviews and, you know, oh my gosh, it's trash and 2020 is trash. No. Rewind the clock back to 2006 and let me know how that release was. Like I said, it needs work, but I wouldn't consider it, you know, I wouldn't consider it trash, you know, not by a long shot. Not by a long shot. UI is a little weird. I will say that the UI is a little weird. But you know, I think even that, you know, especially those of us who have been simming for, you know, Lord knows how long, you know, we're used to a more, you know, conservative style of interface, and you know, to see something very Xbox-ish, you know, so not sure that's a word, but we're going to make one today. Is, you know, it's unsettling to some. It really is. So, but you know, I think that's something we'll grow into. I mean, as the more I use it, the more comfortable I feel about it. So, you know, it's just one of those, you know, not too big of a deal there. Let's take a look here. I'm going to go to the plan page right quick. I know these guys made some updates here, but there's still some nagging. Alright, that looks okay. So that's painted. Alright, that's depicted much better than it used to. Alright, perfect. So yeah, there's yeah, sometimes some of the arrivals when you load it up in the 7.3 just looked weird. I mean, it looked bad. So it's good to see that's been resolved there. But yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite airliners, which I'm sure those of you who followed the channel have seen me stream this thing quite often. I was really wanting to go to Milwaukee today. I don't know why, but Milwaukee was just one of those areas like, I've never been there. I haven't been there in a while. And, you know, had planned on doing that, but I was just like, man, 810 miles. Like, we want to do that now. You know, do I really want to do that right now? I was like, yeah, nah, wait. I'll wait. But yeah, we'll probably end up doing Milwaukee at some point. I know as far as, you know, what I'll stream here, you know, I'll still stream P3D, I'll still stream X-Plane, and, you know, I'll stream 2020 as well. You know, I'll stream those platforms for as long as I keep them, and go from there. Especially as we start getting more content in 2020, we'll definitely load it up and see what she does. But next one will probably be P3D. I'd say probably be P3D. I'll try to rotate them. You know, one day P3D, Explain 2020, and we'll just kind of rotate from there. You know, try to keep something for. Well, that's another reason why I was really excited about 2020 releasing, because it's, you know, say, holy smokes, you know, there's only so many flights in Explain you can do. There's only so many, you know. So that's so. But you know, when we start up, you know, start streaming, you know, the new sim, it'll definitely be more general aviation, more VFR flights. So just expect that. When you guys see, you know, 2020, I just automatically know that it's probably going to be a VFR flight. Because I don't think you guys want to see a rage video streaming those airliners. But I don't know. Like I said, with those mods, they're starting to become available. May have to give one of those a shot. I know the liveries. Not sure if you guys have downloaded any of the liveries yet, but they look amazing. I'm sorry, y'all. They look, that baked texturing just looks amazing in 2020. I mean, those, they may not fly for crap, but they look amazing in sim. Just looks amazing. But as far as if I had to, in talking in terms of favorite default airplanes thus far in 2020, I would probably say I've had more fun, believe it or not, y'all, in the Icon A5. Believe it or not, that thing is a boatload of fun. Is a bunch of fun. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think we streamed that thing, heck, a good 3 hours over the weekend, and I mean, just had a blast with it. The 172 comes in a really, really tight second for me. It just, feels pretty close to a 172. Some of the, I don't know, it wants to fly a little early, especially like the flaps up takeoff seems to be a little early, but I don't know, that may be something that can be tweaked or whatever. But that's a really good one. I don't have the premium Uber version, but the G1000 is pretty nice. And the G1000 trim, the 172, is pretty nice. Diamond D40, that one, it flies well, but I wasn't too impressed with it in terms of like the flight dynamics. Having some time in the D40, wasn't real impressed at all. But it flies good. It flies good. In fact, that would probably be my third or fourth favorite. The Bonanza is a nice one as well. I don't have any time in it, but it's a nice airplane. It's a nice airplane. But I did notice, and I think someone brought this up, and I forgot where they forgot who brought it up. Otherwise, I'd give them credit. But I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there are a lot of glass cockpits in 2020, and I was thinking about that, and the only conclusion I can come to was that in terms of development, I mean, once you get, especially like the G1000 minus, plus or minus a few differences depending on the aircraft. But in my mind, I want to say, once you get, the back end, that particular gauge set, you can take some pieces here and there and transfer it to other aircraft rather than, individually having to, render individual gauges and this like that. So I'm thinking, that's probably one of the reasons why they went, into a predominantly glass selection for the aircraft trims. Because I agree, it would be kind of nice to see. Because let's be honest, when you go to those, Joe Blow, outfits, scooters, flying service or whatever, and you get that, you rent out that 172R. From the 80s for, $100 an hour, 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to be a steam gauged driven, steam gauged airplane. It's very, very seldom I've seen those things, get rented out for anything less than $100 an hour, wet. So, it would have been nice to get some steam. I think the Piper, the Savage Cub, or something like that. I think that has a lot more steam gauges in it, or analog gauges. So, you got that working for you at least. But Somebody said the 172 on the premium edition with the traditional gauge setup didn't look as good, didn't function as well. I was watching someone's video and the GPS of the 530 was flickering off and on. It was, I don't know, it was weird. Not sure what to make of that, but I think it's one of those things, man. I hadn't really counted how many airplanes they offered, but it was a lot. So, that would have been my only thing. I don't think I would have just focused on so many different aircraft. I don't know, perhaps they underestimated, the third party community in flight sim. Who knows? But it just seems like they tried way too hard to get a butt ton of airplanes in that sim, and they all feel half done. So I don't know. I'm not saying that it actually happened. You didn't get 2020? Oh yeah, I sure did. Hey, what's going on, Andy? Andy? Yeah, I did actually. I'm enjoying it. I really am. But for right now, it's been a predominantly general aviation sim for me. So I'll still jump in X-Plane 11, or I'll jump in P3D for my airliner fix until we get some better offerings in there. But yeah, yes, sir. I do have 2020, and so far, other than some issues here and there, so far I've been pretty pleased with it. I think actually on the 27th of this month, I believe they're supposed to be releasing an update. So that'll be interesting to see, how much of an impact that has on some systems there. Let's see, what system are you running? So, my system, Andy, it's more of a moderate setup, man. I have an older i7, I have an i7 6700K, 16 gigs of DDR4. My processor is overclocked to 4.6 gigs. Once again, 16 gigs of DDR4. And I have an 8 gig GTX 1080. Not the TI, but just the 1080. My performance in 2020. So here's the thing. If I'm close to a large metropolitan area, I'll get a few stutters here and there as the scenery loads, and then it stops and it's butter smooth. Now, if I'm in more of a rural type environment, it's butter. My frames, they'll fluctuate anywhere between 35, 40. I can't believe they didn't. Mr. Woods, it's funny you mentioned that, and as soon as I thought the same thing as well, because historically they've always have had a 737, right? But I didn't. It dawned on me, I'm like, PMDG. So you guys know PMDG was working real closely with Asobo. So that might be why they decided to hold back on the 737, since PMDG's generation should be out. They're saying Q1 next year, y'all, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't see it. But they're talking Q1 of next year is when we'll have the 737 series. So that was my only conclusion. As to why they didn't add one, because in fact I would have rather had that than a God, what did they put in there? And this is just me, y'all. I'm not sure everyone else, but I would rather have that than 787. But that's just me. That's just me. But But yeah, I think that's probably the main reason why they held off. But yeah, performance for me isn't too bad. You guys could actually we streamed, man. We did like it wasn't our intentions, but myself and Michael, we did it was like a 5-hour stream last Sunday. So if you go to the stream before this one, we hit the Pacific Northwest, then we went down to Nepal and messed around there for a little bit. But every now and then I'll get an initial stutter as the scenery loads, and then that's it. Which leads me to wonder sometimes. I'm wondering if it's just so dependent on one's connection. I get about 300 megs down. I get about 40 up on my broadband connection, so it's pretty decent. But I've heard and seen videos of simmers, they're freaking i9s and just insane powerhouses for PCs, and it's like you're getting like 20 frames a second. Now, and this is maybe because I'm older, I don't know, but I'm not so much of a frame hog. I don't have to have 70 frames per second or 60 frames per second. I look at the experience. So as I'm flying, and and as long as I get a fluid experience out of it and a smooth experience, I hardly ever check my frame rate counter. Which, by the way, if y'all have issues trying to find your frame rate counter, put your sim into developer mode in 2020, and you can see pretty much everything your hardware is doing. So that's really cool to see that. But yeah, I'll get a few stutters here and there, and that's pretty much it. But I can do touch and goes just fine. And I tend to fly around the large metroplex. So like I said, I'll get that initial bump or that initial stutter as everything loads up, and then that's pretty much it. At night, it's a little more pronounced. I will say that. But the night, oh my gosh, the night lighting it looks so good. Looks so good. But yeah, the daytime, I rarely have had any problems with it. So, it was a little, it kind of takes you off guard when you hear someone saying, man, I'm having all kinds of problems with the sim. But you have to understand, the differences in configurations, if one has an overclock, the stability of that overclock, all that plays into, to how well the software runs, especially software that leverages on newer engines and newer technologies. That's something that we have to keep in mind. Which if anyone asks, what do you think I should do? I recommend signing up for a Game Pass for a month, loading it up, trying it, and see how it runs on your system. If it runs like dog crap, what? $1 lost or whatever, and just move on until the software matures, and then we just kind of go from there. But if it runs great, it runs great. So that's that would be my recommendation. And we're over Memphis. All right, sweet. So yeah, that'll be my recommendation, and in terms of that. But it's I don't know. There are a lot of, they shoehorned a lot of airplanes in there that probably could have waited, or better yet, focus on select few, keep the ones that you just really want to do on the back end, and then just pop them out as DLC. I wouldn't just charge a whole bunch of money for them. There's some little small LSAs I've never even heard of, but so I wouldn't just charge a whole bunch of money for them. But just do that, and work on fidelity, getting simmers a good start, and I mean, because yeah, you look at some of the Facebook groups, and yeah, it's yeah, So I don't know, y'all. I don't know, but it's the way things were looking. I think they got off to a fairly decent start. Not the best, but I think they got off to a decent start. They really just have to work on maturing the platform and getting it to a point to where you're getting consistent performance on a wide range of hardware configurations. And if they can do that, then I think they'll be all right. Which I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't. I don't see, I don't see why they should have a problem with, getting, getting the sim a little more optimized. Because apparently the whole alpha that everyone was in, and because I'll say this, I was a little, kind of had me feeling some type of way. So I'm like, so you're telling me you had thousands of people in this alpha, and no one said that, no one said anything? On the contrary, this was things that we're running into now were reported, hundreds of times, but from how it was explained to me was that the actual intent of the whole alpha was to test the server load. It really wasn't to, I guess they had an internal beta team or something like that. If they did, what they were doing, I don't know. but yeah, so, when I found that out, I was like, all right, well, I kind of get that. But yeah, so, I guess, in a way, maybe, more data will be gathered, and I guess we're kind of quote unquote beta testers or whatever. But I don't know, y'all. It's been that way for years. Sims have released that way for years, and I don't think they're changing anytime soon. I think when the next sim releases, however many years from now, I think we're going to be beta testers again. So that's just, that's just the way, things have been, So, like I said, hopefully things get better. I think it will. I think it'll get better. I think it'll get better, y'all. Alright, let's click on, see what we got here. About 230 out. I'm making pretty good time. Okay, picking up a little bit of actually pretty decent tailwind. So, looking pretty good. But yeah, I don't have anything, bad to say about X-Plane. I don't have anything bad to say about P3D. I think, once again, I think we should all be excited at the fact that, one, we have a new platform to mess with, and then two, hopefully, especially with their intent to bring the simulator over into consoles, let's bring more people into the industry. Let's build this community, because for years, y'all, the flight simulation community has been a very small niche community, and that's great. But the problem is that, when you look at, what's good for developers, I mean, the larger of a market you have, the larger the potential it is for you to make money. And, maybe this will attract additional development, and, it's just good for everybody. That's, in that aspect, what's good for the goose is actually good for the gander. So, I think that's a good thing, because I don't think, I can tell you for one thing, Lockheed Martin had no intentions of bringing it to console. It just wasn't going to happen. They can care less. X-Plane wasn't about to go to console. They can probably care less, so, to see this going over, to the console market, like I said, might bring more to the community. So, I mean, that's always a good thing, right? I think so. But like I said, I think what we can't do is get on here. Oh my gosh, this turboprop modeling on this default TBM is trash, and it's like the turboprop model has been trash for every default snap out of the box. It takes guys getting in there and just working magic, to give us that accurate Pratt and Whitney or the accurate PT6 or the accurate TPE 331. All those turboprop variants. Like I said, I don't think I've ever seen a sim out of the box with an accurate turboprop model. So when I fired up the TBM, now like I said, granted, if y'all haven't had the opportunity to try 2020, I urge you to do so. But when you fire it up, the first thing you will see, you're just like, oh my gosh, man, this thing looks amazing. But as you start to fly it, you're just, it's like, man, this is this is horrible. But I have to remind myself, this is default. This isn't this sim's full its potential. So, but but yeah, I think we just we just approach it with an open mind, and continue to show our current platforms love, and I think we'll be in a pretty good position for 2021, y'all. Pretty good position for 2021. I think so, at least. I think so. Crossing good old Memphis there. Looking pretty good, but yeah, that's really just been my thing here lately. I'll load up the diamond or whatever, and fly some of the highways. And there's a small little air park, not too far from where I live, and fly up there, and the way the air park is literally right off the highway, so aircraft are probably, it's actually pretty cool, but I haven't landed there personally since all the horror stories. I mean, I doubt this thing's even 50 foot wide, and so there's been a lot of actually I don't think there's really no one who flies there. I think there's a few locals who live around the airport, and they fly little Huskies out there, I think. But yeah, there was like a lot of incidences where planes have gone off the runway or ended up in the trees. It's that type of airport. And there's an incline where right just for the threshold there's a little hill, and then boom, there's a threshold, and either you land or you got to go around. And that was all in sim. That was all in the sim. Now, way better than FXX. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That's what I was mentioning earlier, was that as bad as they are, they're still better than the default airplanes in FXX. I'm just saying, I don't care what you say, but visually you can't beat them. Like, you just cannot beat them. You just can't beat them. And so, I think that's a positive, that we should pull out of it, but I mean, it's, is it study level accurate or whatever? No. I mean, it's default aircraft aren't intended to. I mean, they're supposed to be decent, but we're not going to be talking like FS Labs level of accuracy or anything like that. But I mean, they're way better than what we had in FXX. I mean, it's the sounds, and that was another thing I forgot to mention. The sounds, they're spot on. It was almost it was like you have this aircraft, right, and it's like 60% of their development was getting the sounds right. I mean, the sounds are right. you know, visuals was the other half, and then, you know, flight dynamics, you know. Like I said, general aviation aircraft, okay, they're pretty decent. But airliners, you know, I'm like I said, the way they're folks are already dropping mods out for it. So, you know, by the time y'all probably see this video, if you're not on the stream already, excuse me, someone's probably dropped a mod out. So, you know, if you're looking for something like that, check out the VATSIM forums and check out a lot of those Facebook groups. And I mean, folks are going in on it. I mean, they are they are wasting no time to get these airplanes flying decently, you know. And shout out to those guys, man, who just, you know, pulled their sleeves up and just dived right in there to, you know, bring us a decent experience. So, you know, our own little Zebos, I guess you can say. You know, so that's pretty, you know, pretty cool to see that. But yeah, I mean, it's, and they're all like that. You know, they all look good. They all sound good. They're all, you know, other than airlines, they all fly fairly decent. So there's just a few little small, you know, a few small issues here and there, you know. You know, that kind of throws it off. And, you know, like I said, there's a few flight dynamics issues I found in some of the airplanes. But I mean, all in all, you know, still much better than what we had before, you know. So, you know, you get no complaints from me as far as that's concerned. So yeah, we'll. I'm really looking forward to what they're going to do with the whole optimizing thing. Do you think the PMDG? See, Mr. Woods. Hey, yeah. By the way, what's going on, man? How you been? Hope you've been doing well. Let's see here. Do you think the PMDG aircraft management will be more intensive than they were, or basically port overs? So the way it looks to me, Mr. Woods, is that I think the platform in itself is let's see here. I think the platform in itself, sorry about that, y'all, is forcing a lot of developers to start from scratch, so to speak. I don't think they can port the model over and it looks as good as what we're seeing in those default airplanes, Mr. Woods. I just don't see it. From the pictures that they've shown us thus far, it looks as if they're just brand new renders. They're brand new models with the baked in textures at all. And if you look at some of the cockpit photos, if you Google it, I think they're floating around, Mr. Woods. But if you look at the flight deck, I mean, it looks just like what we're looking at in 2020 already. Of course, you don't see any avionics there because I don't think the avionics are ready yet. But yeah, I think they're going to be completely new renders, my friend, which brings up another question of performance, right? So one of the things that I saw that was really hopeful is the language that the gauges are capable to be coded in now. So a lot of the gauges are able to be coded in JavaScript, which, I mean, it's awesome in a couple of things. One, it's easy as heck to write in. Or one of the easier languages. Two, it tends to be a little less heavy on the CPU. So, and of course, you know, it depends on how it's written and all that fun stuff, right? But I'm expecting the performance to be pretty decent. I really do. I really do. So that's you know, that's something to be hopeful for. But yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be out of the box, you know, from scratch type situation there. that's what I'm kind of wondering. It's like, okay, so if you port over, let's say you port over a traditional P3D model, right? It's gonna look weird. I'm sorry. It's gonna look really weird. That's why a lot of for example, Aerosoft, right? They're doing the CRJ. He dropped some screenshots. Hans dropped some screenshots in forum, and it looks like a brand new render. But hey, Alexander, how's it going, my friend? But the good news is, I don't think from avionics perspective, I don't think it's going to make them have to go in and just do a bunch of rework, extending the development time. I think it's going to be something to where they can, they can go in there, make some adjustments, make some optimizations on the back end, and then put it out. Bet you didn't see me in a while. Yeah, man, this has been a while. Heck, I hadn't streamed in a while. Man. How you been, bud? Oh, let's take a look here. Actually, let's see where we're at. So we're about 132 out. Whew, getting up there. 132 out. Let's go ahead and let's check the weather in Nashville real quick. Atlanta Center is online. We can boom. I've been doing great. Awesome. Let's see. I got my let's see here. I don't have any problems with it, man. I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot of viewers, so I really don't warrant one just yet. But man, hang in there, and if things pick up, we'll definitely get you, added on there. Just as long as you support the stream and do all that fun stuff, and help folks out and chat and all that. I don't have any problems with it. I'm in there. I'm in there. Get permission. Get the SciTech yoke. Gotcha. Cool. Yeah, SciTech yoke, man, it's pretty nice. Not gonna lie. That thing has served me well. It really has. I mean, I like the honeycomb. Don't get me wrong, I really do. But I don't know. I don't know. The pitch seems a little strong for me, but I mean, pitch in the airplane, that's something that's dynamic and it changes, so it's really hard to simulate that in a piece of hardware. So I totally get that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get this descent going here. Let's see. Yeah, man, it's good to see you, Alexander. Hadn't seen you in a while. The yolks are like 10 times better. Yeah, they are, man. They give you that additional immersion. Definitely helps out with immersion. However, what if you're flying an Airbus? So so I wouldn't just, go and chunk my joystick in the garbage. I'll definitely hold on to it, because it does help, like Airbus flying and things like that. Or if you're flying a Cirrus or something, hanging on to that joystick. They definitely come in handy. All right, guys, we're gonna be landing on 20 left in Nashville. We'll work on getting that down there. I see Atlanta Center. Looks like they just popped on, but I don't think. Let me look here. Let me take a look. See. So in 3 years, I may actually become a pilot. Cool, man. Cool. Maybe it could be. Oh man, there are instructors out there, my friend, much better than me. Have you heard anything from the? Let's see. I've heard anything from the MD-80 people. Haven't seen or heard from them. They're usually quiet anyway. They're definitely quiet, Mr. Woods. But I did. Someone asked on the chat on the forums for a Fly the Mad Dog, and yes, it is coming to 2020. It is coming to 2020, and which brings up another interesting point is that I don't know if you guys have had the opportunity to like dive through the settings in 2020 and all, but I saw some settings that alluded to the idea that we may be getting some sort of shared cockpit functionality at some point. Like one of the controls were, I think it was like handover or something like that to another pilot or whatever. So, I mean, that's, hey, there's a shared cockpit functionality right there. But yes, the Mad Dog is coming to 2020. Now, the question is when? I don't know. I wouldn't look for it anytime soon. Yeah, I just wouldn't look for it anytime soon. I just would, my friend. But it's coming. It's coming. There's a lot of aircraft that are coming. A2A, I think they're getting ready to drop some, show some love to 2020. Let's see. Well, just A4, because it says you can turn off your HUD and turn off your HUD when on the outside view. Exactly. Yeah. Actually, it took me like a few days to find that one. But yeah, A2A, I think they're going to be working on it. There's actually an X-Plane developer that's going to be doing some work. I know Vertical Sim. Shout out to Vertical Sim. He's going to be looking at doing some scenery. I don't even have the game yet. Oh, gotcha. But yeah, it's yeah, the support will definitely be there. That's for sure. So who knows? We will see. We will see. But I do still enjoy X-Plane though, especially with aircraft like this. I mean, I definitely still enjoy it. So is that a shadow? I think that might be a shadow. That might be a shadow. Austin's like, yeah, man. Austin isn't worried about this, man. Austin ain't worried about it. Austin, which I'll give Austin that. He's, Austin just does his own thing, right? Back when P3D was rumored and all that, Austin just kind of, did his thing, which I can't help but respect him for that. But, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to really look at it as direct competition, since, what Microsoft, we're talking 30 billion a year not a year, 30 billion quarterly in revenue. I don't know. It's just kind of hard to, it's just kind of hard to really see it as competition. But I will say this, I will say that perhaps, seeing, what there's a video saying if everybody don't, just wait for XP12. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, and you got a lot of folks, that say all kinds of crazy things, and the reality is, y'all, I'll say this: fly what's fun for you. Don't get on here and take what folks say is the gospel. I mean, heck, don't don't take what I say as gospel. Just do your research. Find a platform that that you enjoy, and fly it. I mean, that's I think that's what it's all about at the end of the day, right? But yeah, man, I've seen it too. It's all over. It's everywhere. Folks are like, oh, yeah, it's everywhere, man. It is everywhere. Alright. Those are looking pretty good here. Thankfully, y'all, we're just going to be just north of Atlanta Center's coverage, so I think we'll be alright. But yeah, it is insane. I'm not sure when they'll explain 12. I'm excited for that. I'm curious to see what all Austin has up his sleeve. I did hear they're going to get the weather down. I did hear that. I hear they're going to finally, get the weather lined out. So that'll be real promising to hear. Real promising to hear, actually. So we'll just kind of see. We'll just kind of see how that plays out there, but. I'm definitely, it's not going to be, man, it looks good. Sun setting there. But, it's definitely going to be something. I'm just not going to close off to all new Sims, but if I could, I'm thinking my older want to fly the F-18, but by the time we won't have any man controlled airplanes. I wouldn't say that, man. You never know. Never know. There's always, that debate's been going on for years, and the technology is already there for unmanned flight, but, still got pilots up there, so never know, man. Never know. Yeah, I think we're gonna have manned flights here for a while. Let's go ahead and hit that seatbelt sign there and get that on. That way we can get on into I was about to say Las Vegas, y'all. I was about to say Las Vegas. Whoa, where am I at? Not Birmingham. Nashville. There we go. I said Birmingham because that was my third option if I were going to go to Milwaukee. So, but yeah, Nashville. So, let's see. Next video should go from Lax to Hawaii. Passenger view first class of me in the water can feel that. Oh man, trust me, me and you both, man. Me and you both. I always have the worst luck though, first class. Like I travel for a living, so I have the points and everything, but I always end up either on standby or something crazy like that, or if I do get first class, it's on an RJ, which I don't mind, first class and regional jets, but I've always tried to get on this American Airlines flight from DFW to Chicago, and I, for the life of me, cannot get first class nothing. I can get business, but cannot get first class. So I'll be right there with you, man. We'll both be sitting back, basking in the essence. Oh man, I'm feeling all that money. Do you have a 787 Dreamliner? I have one for P3D. It's quality wings. It's not. I don't know. Man. I rarely do long hauls, man. I rarely do. But I do have one for P3D. It's okay. It's decent. Concorde? No, I would love a Concorde, but I don't have a Concorde, sir. If you would have asked me that question 5-6 years ago, would have had a Concorde for you. But for some reason, they have neglected to do one. I guess it's such a niche aircraft nowadays. I don't know. I don't know. But I would love to see another one, though. Would love to see another one. All right, winds are coming out of the south, 140 at 7, visibility at 10. Sky condition, few at 2,700, broken at 6,000, overcast at 8,500. Temperature 17, dew point 13. Altimeter 3020, so that's good. We're not gonna. Hopefully, we should have some. Have a fairly stable approach. Neo. I don't have the Neo, but apparently there's a Neo mod out, I think, for Flight Factor or something like that, which is an aircraft I don't have. There's a Neo in 2020, but woo, yeah, that one. It looks good. It looks good. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. I don't want to slander it. You know, I hate slandering default airplanes because they're default. I'll leave it at that. We'll come down here at 230 with vertical speed. We'll bring this guy up to about 1100 foot per minute. Actually, 1,000 foot per minute. We'll let that airspeed bleed off there. We'll hit downwind for runway 20. Can I see the honeycomb or no? I did an unboxing for like forever ago. If you go back through the channel, bud, I think there's one there. I don't have the camera set up to show off the honeycomb. But actually, be a good time to provide an update, though. I mean, the thing is just as solid as the day I bought it, so that's good news there. I haven't had any quirks with it at all just yet. Fires up when I need it. So I mean, all in all, solid yoke. I built another. Still downloading. 2 terabytes. Heck yeah, man. Hey, that's what I was going to ask you, Mr. Woods, bud. Did you get a chance to pick up 2020? All right, 109. All right, 0935 for the ILS. Dial this in here. What was that? 35. Yep, all right, that's in there. And approach course 201. Whoop, don't want to do that. Horizon 5. Man, that's a solid build there, dude. That's a solid build there, my friend. That is a solid build there. Yeah, I've been thinking, but actually my son's computer is a Ryzen build. And, hadn't had a problem with it. Have not had one single problem with it. Alright, let's go ahead and continue this descent here. I just wanted to bleed off some of that airspeed. Alright, there is the city of Nashville. Not yet. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, man, when you get it loaded up, let us know what you think, man. I'm curious because your system will be the first Ryzen build I've heard that's gonna run 2020. So I'm curious to see what's the performance like, with that chip. So awesome, man. Awesome, definitely. Alright, see both sides on there. We'll go ahead and get our inboard landing lights on. Zoom this sucker in a little bit. Boom, alright, looking good here. Alright, coming out of 10,000 there. I guess we'll make a call. There's nobody here. I guess we'll go ahead and make a call. Let's see, we're at flight number 1421. Whoops. 721. Let's see. Oh heck yeah, man. Heck yeah, snag up. Yeah, but definitely keep us posted, man. Definitely keep us posted. All right. National traffic, Southwest 1421 out of 9.4 down to 6,000 on the Chesney 2 arrival. I'll be shooting the ILS runway 20 left approach. National traffic. Let's see, I'm about to buy 2020 with Learly, generation lower than recommended. Oh, I think you'll be fine, man. I think you'll be fine. You get your settings low enough, I think you'll be fine. Yeah, I think you'll be fine. Man, we're literally gonna catch it. For some reason, I don't get any more banners. Really? Double check, bud, and make sure you got the alert bell selected next to the subscribe button. And maybe because I've had that issue as well. You know, some of the folks I subscribe to, sometimes I don't get their notification for some reason. I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird. Still ain't working on really? Yeah, I get the same problem, man. I get the same exact issue. Double check your notifications for your iPad. I know sometimes, like I'll end up misclicking something and it'll turn off notifications on my iPad for my YouTube app. So double check that maybe. But yeah, other than that, like I said, I've had the same exact problem. I have yet to try to be, man. Definitely try to be. Definitely try to be. Or I guess the plan B, if we also have a Discord channel, so I think once I stream, you also get a notification on the Discord channel as well. I think. Don't quote me on it. Did you? No. We built his. It was a little project, so we put his together, and basically I went and pieced all the parts. I was like, here you go, put it together. Need help? Call me. Can't use it. Oh, gotcha. No worries, man. No worries. Yeah, double check those things, man. I'm not on a set schedule. Where are these specs? Oh heck, I don't remember. I know it's a Ryzen chip. I think it's a Ryzen. I forgot what Ryzen it was, but I think he has 8 gigs of DDR4 and a GTX 1060 in his, I think. If I'm not mistaken. National Charter Southwest 1421, 5.8 down to 5,000. We should now ILS runway 20 left approach. National traffic. Let's see here. Alright. I think everything for the most part should be set. So the auto brakes on this thing's extremely weak. So I need to make sure that's in order. Alright, let's see here. I need some charts, y'all. I need some charts. Watch Navigraph log me off. Watch it log me off just when I need it. Let's see here. Alright, cool. No, it worked. Alright. Elevation 500 feet. Hey, what's going on, John? What's going on, John? How's it going, bud? Alright. Let's see. About 500 and... Alright. Let's see. Let's go ahead and throw this guy on heading select. And we'll square off this downwind. Let's see. National traffic, Southwest 1421, zone downwind, runway 27 left, or 20 left, national traffic. Just hearing, bud. I hear you, man. I'm just hearing as well, man. Just hearing as well. Hopefully we can get this box in and call it a day. Let me get my charts up. Alright, approach 20 left. Alright, down to 4,000. Alright. I'll work this guy down to 210. Nice little 700. Traded graphics for a decent jet. Exactly. Exactly. When I turn my graphics and get, oh my gosh, man, turn those down, bud. Turn those down. Don't blame me. I'm in P3D tomorrow. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, man. I love my GA flights, but if I want to get in the airliner, man, I just Just hard pass on the 320 and 787 and that 748 in there, man. Just leave it alone. Leave that sucker alone. No, man. All right, well, we'll go ahead and hit up flaps 1 there. Slow down to 210. All right, going down to about 200 knots. All right, ignition. Select the switches on continuous. Everything looks good, nice and happy. Just hurt my head. I'm not sure. They hurt my head. I'm not sure why. Really, they just frustrate me, man. I don't know if it's GA keeps me from doing chores exactly. Yeah, man. General aviation 2020, man. It just sucks up all of your time. Go full motion. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the movement. I don't know, the head movements in the cockpit, maybe. Let's see. National traffic. Southwest 1421 is turning base from 20 left. National traffic. Love the house. I'm thinking it's Sev. No, man, I hear you there. I'm actually running late myself, man. I'm supposed to be doing dinner. So I'm late myself. Oh dear. Alright. Go ahead and arm the approach mode here. Alright. Sarasot's up for about 45 degree intercept. Took off in the 320, had to return to land. Not sure if it's something in the sounds. It may be, man. It may be whatever they're using to make them sound so good. Maybe is it giving you like a strong headache? Yeah, it may be that, my friend. Maybe those sounds. All right, I'll put this guy. There we go. Real bad, yeah. It may be the way they did those sounds. I know. I remember watching some video, and it's some 3D. What's some butt? That's Can you take off in the honeycomb when you're done taxiing? Show me. I really want to see the side of the taxi. Alexander, unfortunately, man, I'm so tight on time. I won't be able to. But I think I did some movements in the unboxing video as well. And but if you check out, there's a few others there. Yeah, man, I wish I could, man, but I'm short on time, unfortunately. Short on time, but yeah, there's tons of material. Now I will say this: if you want it, if you're able to financially, if you're able to, I would highly recommend the honeycomb. Just the build quality's better. I'll just owning both, the build quality's better. Just hands on. I mean, just hands down. Build quality is much better. If that saves you any trouble. If that saves you any trouble. All right, looks like we're lined up here. All right. National traffic Southwest 1421 is on the 14-mile final runway 20 left. National traffic. Well, should have not. Oh, I got you. Yeah, if we're looking at in terms of budget, man, SciTech's really good. But if you got a little bit to play with, man, you won't. I'll put it this way: you won't be disappointed with the honeycomb. You will not be disappointed. All right, looks like we got glide slope alive there. Whoop! Bring this guy up. Hey, I need to arm it. All right. Speed down to 170 and gear down. Flaps 5. Yeah, man, I'll definitely take it up with the head chief, man. Definitely do that, bud. All right, speed down to 143. All right, flaps 10. All right, that's 167 down to speed. Flaps 15. All right, 164. Wait for that 160 there. We'll call 25. All right, outputs on. Runway turnoffs on. And just for my sanity, I'm going to fire up that APU as well. All right, 25 on the flaps. All right, looking good there. Go ahead and call flaps 30. All right, I think everything should be set. Auto brake. We may have to go to manual braking because, like I said, we were having problems. The braking strength is not the best on this guy. That's the throttle for the honeycomb coming out next month. I think. Yep, sure is, my friend. Sure is. Sure is. All right, I have the controls. Let's see. I think I'll go ahead and take the. I'm gonna take the throttles here as well. And stabilize. Misapproach altitude is set. Man, this thing just feels heavy. Missed this the next plane. Get up under a little bit. Bit of a heel there. Alright, versers. Yeah, the auto brake's so weak in this thing. It's been reported, but it's just so weak. There's 60 knots right there. Go ahead and call it. Versers out. Well, the heel kind of got me there. I appreciate it. Is someone using your toilet? No, I don't think so. Can't hear the engines. Really? Let's see here. All right. Appreciate it, gentlemen. Definitely appreciate it. Yeah, the 737, man, is just inherently quiet. I've noticed that with this thing. It's super. You're hearing water? No, it's not water. Maybe the packs you're hearing. I know the packs are coming in kind of strong. Let's see here. I know I got some preferences here. Is that better? I don't know if y'all can hear that. I don't know if that helps at all. Let's kind of turn it up here a little bit. I'm not hearing your sim at all. Really? Let me go here. Let me double check and see y'all. Is that better? That may have been it, y'all. That may have been it. Let me get the flaps up. Oh, I forgot we can do instant replays here. Hold on. Instant replay. Hold on. Let's see. I really wish they wouldn't put that. Alright. Alright. Instant replay, y'all. Yeah, it does sound much better. Got some feedback or somebody at the oh man, yeah, it's much better. No, I don't think there's feedback, man. Now it could be the AKRs. Yeah, maybe because I'm using this AKR thing for this VA or whatever, so that may be it. That may be it. Alright, get that on. Alright guys, we'll get here to the wherever the gate is. Did I miss it? Is that it? Let's see. Is this the gate here? I'm not sure. Nah, listen, this is why when you're in the stream. Oh, cool. Take care, bro. We'll see you later, man. Alright, let me find the terminal here. Alright. Let's see. Doesn't look like a gate there. No. I don't think it's over there either. Might be. I got my charts up. I'm looking. Airport info. Gotcha. Okay, so we're on. Are we on? All right, we're on Lima now. So yeah, we'll make a. We're on Lima. We'll take Lima all the way to Tango 6. So that's Lima 7. Alright, so there it is there, I think. Yeah, it looks like that's it. Okay, so yeah, let me just get it over here. Yeah, it's Tango 6. Alright, so that's whatever. Yeah, there's no gates there, but that's fine. That's fine. I don't see Yeah, this is the terminal, but oh well, that's fine. Alright guys, we'll do this and then we'll call it. Because I am late. Alright, yeah, we'll roll her up here, then we'll call it. Alright, there's that. We'll go ahead and kill 2. Open up the isolation valve. Man, not a gate in sight, but that's alright. That's alright. We'll imagine there's a gate. We'll imagine there's a gate. Gotta love that explain scenery. Oh well. We'll line up here, y'all, and boom, we'll call it. Alright, there's one there. Alright, let's see here. And dome light there. Whew. My goodness. Alright, one pack up. Turn those guys off there. Seatbelt sign off. Alright guys, I'll hate to be the chief to grab. Exactly, y'all. Yeah, I hate to rush it, man. I gotta jump off here, but yeah, guys, it was an awesome flight, man. Awesome flight. Man, left the spoilers up and everything. What am I doing? There we go. Boom. All right. I think we still got a little hydraulics to close them. All right, that a little better. Yep, much better. Sweet. Yeah, man, guys, I'm gonna jump off here and finish up the evening. But man, yeah, appreciate you guys swinging by, and yeah, Mr. Woods, let me know how that goes, man, with 2020. And other than that, y'all, we'll see you guys later. Y'all have a good rest of your week. Take care.